Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I think we are somewhat live now.
Oh, we're all the way live. Oh, hi.
Audio,
Hi,
just
Romano.
adjusting audio levels.
Cool. Oh God, we're in Pianta.
We're in your favorite place. We're in Romato's favorite.
This is my favorite place. My favorite place is Serena.
Um. So, yeah, your favorite place is Serenal Plains.
Damn right.
Um. Yeah, week 3 of this podcast.
Yep.
Bear with us. I have tried resolving most of the tech issues. I have placed a heavy gain on my mic, echo. Headphones still not working, but I hope the audio levels are a little better. If you can't hear me, it's probably because I'm not talking close enough to the mic at watching. But yeah, how was the last week of the patch? Probably the first thing
Bless.
to talk about.
Bless. It's gone.
Finally gone. Yeah. So why don't you introduce some of the changes you saw this week, or that you? I guess I did kind of help to introduce some of them, but you mainly were talking and
Are
balancing.
we are we saying changes for the patch?
Yeah. What are the new goals? So there's like new changes in general, like 10 yellow
It-
button coin. I
yeah,
like
10
that.
yellow button coins is hype.
That wasn't my idea. I remember it being before, but I did be introduced. Take credit, Kipo.
True.
Um,
Yeah, we needed. Pinna is so stacked early and late. It's always just so stacked. Like, no matter. It's so rare to see a card where Pinna's just bad. Because, like, even if it's bad, it's still good for, like, 3 from 4, 2 from 5, and all these goals. But, like, now we finally get a way of countering one of the early game goals. With the gelato goal. Also adds value to stuff like 60 Noki Blues and 5 Gelato Shines. Gelato was in general pretty weak. It's still weak, but like you could do something with it now, which is nice.
what I what I like personally was this kind of goes along with from last season what we had with the you could mask Pinna, right? Do the four fruit ladies instead of the basket blues, which you can do, but like no one would
Yep.
do it the week before because it would kill you in this patch.
Yep.
Um, and it was kind of like you could add on with stuff like that. So you could do four fruit ladies, you could do the five birds outside of Bianco, and kind of like or outside of Pinna with say Bianco. This kind of
Yep.
continues that trend of you can mask Pinna progress,
Yep.
and it's just also a counter. So there's technically four goals that mask Pinna progress if you do, like infinite wall kicks, Kipo,
Yep.
for the lighthouse. Um,
Yeah, late pin is still a little weird. That might be something in a future patch where it's like, okay, let's try to at least get one of the goals to have like a counter. But like it's fine. The like usually it's the problem is that Pinna's like overall good more so than like deep Pinna's good.
yeah,
Because if early Pinna's ridiculous, deep Pinna becomes ridiculous.
yeah, because nice to stay there.
Because you're already gonna be there.
Yeah, like Lego said, patch notes. The goal of this patch was not to completely overhaul the meta or anything. It was just a little boost. So I think it does that purpose.
Yep.
We moved a lot of goals around, basically.
Yep.
So it's not like it's like all goals. Pin 4 in Lily Pad is back to just being Lily Pad with Yoshi, where you can't clips. The name was changed to show that you can't do the timer glitch that M. Larvitar and Shadow Mario 27 developed last season, made popular. So I like that change personally. I was really against the whole pin of 4 plus lily pad from the get-go. How did you feel about that?
I didn't really think about it much early, and then I realized just how stupid lily pad was, and I'm like, yeah, never mind. This needs to change.
Yeah, because there's some 10 shines routes that do lily pad on the way to Pinna. It's a quick shine relatively.
Yeah.
It's not, you just throw the banana over and it's like a minute 30, minute 20 if you're good at it.
Yeah,
maybe.
Which is like a normal shine.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like Bianca 1. Bianca 1 is not even that much faster than that.
Yep.
So yeah, it kind of became. It had the potential to. We didn't really see it get bullied with, I don't think, but it really had potential.
The only person who I think actually did it was Tomato. So if you want to blame anyone, it's Tomato.
Yeah, but Tomato didn't really I guess he was the faster player in that match, but he didn't really do it as a speed bully tactic. So I'm okay with it.
I feel like it was a speed bully tactic still.
Who was it even against? I'm trying to. Was it against Lego?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's well, Tomato's definitely faster than Lego, but I don't know. It's is it really haha, I'm speed bullying right now? It could just be a shine Tomato. Whatever. But yeah.
It was a speed bully.
Yeah, I also blame Peaches.
Yeah,
also, Peaches is
too,
friends with
so it's the Fruit Bowl's fault.
Yeah, I agree.
Perfect. Let's ban both.
Deep Pianta in general is going to be a lot less, I think.
I hope so.
At least not as the start of the match. There's still going to be reasons to go Deep Pianta. We don't have to go over every goal change, but there are decent of them. So read the patch notes at your own leisure. Do you have anything else to say about it?
Deep Pianta should be moving back to where it's supposed to be, which is a mid to late game area.
Yeah.
It was definitely a problem as an early game spot. As a mid to late game spot, it's fine. Hopefully we don't end up with the Season 1 meta where everything ended in a Pianta Shadow Mario race. But I think there's still gonna be enough reasons that it's fine, but it shouldn't be overwhelming anymore.
No.
It should never be a start. If it is a start, the cards aligned perfectly.
Yeah, it's like that card Deathline got, Kipo, where every Bianco goal was on there. That was the stupid card I've ever seen. Probably. That might be the worst card I've ever seen, actually. No cap. Our Deathline got should be banned. That Siege should just future anything. I mean, it's already going to be banned because getting new seeds, but whatever. Yeah, we don't have... I don't think the patch is out yet. We don't know when it'll be. Whenever we submit, there's always a little bit of a lag. Could be a few days, could be a few weeks. Just depends, but we do have the fix of doing the custom cards.
It's all Romano's fault if it doesn't go through.
Now, getting the patches in, I know, is kind of hard. I feel like I've always heard that it's...
I think it was always slow, except the one time Juan did it, where it immediately got put in.
Probably oh wow, 2v2. No one does 2v2. Alright. Now people do 2v2.
He just hates Ramato, and that's what I'm going with.
That's also a possibility. Ramato was always sending him patches every 2 minutes. Juan is this fresh face in the universe.
Yep, he's shut up, Ramato.
What? Deep Pianta is good? Whatever. Anyway. Let's review the week. We'll do a quick recap of the matches that happened this week, then we'll do we'll do our 3 analysis. What's the plural of analysis? Analyses?
I don't know. I'm going with analyses because it sounds funny.
Yeah. Analysis. If anyone has any requests in the future, by the way, for analysis, just DM me or post it in the bingo Discord,
Analyzes.
because I kind of just let PK choose a few right now, and sometimes I'll think of one, but yeah.
Wait, we should have a podcast section or like podcast questions in the Bingos Discord.
Good idea, yeah, like a suggestions channel.
Romano!
Hey, you could do that. You're mod. Why are you blaming
I could, but I'm lazy.
I'm also mod, but I'm also lazy.
Exactly. So it's Romano's job.
I don't have the balls that Lego does. Lego just like makes a new channel. Like he doesn't even ask anyone. He just right clicks, makes one, like the meme channel. But I'm always like, I'm too scared.
We analyze Tomato's fresh haircut. No.
I need to get a haircut.
I also need a haircut.
Anyway, this was better than week 1. I think it was better than week 1.
For what?
Just the matches in general.
Might
be comparable.
Yeah, because week 1 there was like a lot of stomps.
Yeah.
There was very few matches where I was like, oh, this was interesting. Pretty much everyone was just like, oh, well, this is over. Like week 1 had like Rasmus Urbani, Yato Despin, Dex Haywire. Yeah. I think that was it. Might have missed one.
Possibly. Alright. I think week 2 was good. Less tech issues this week, which was nice for me as well. Like not even just the other restreamers, but my restreams went smooth. The restreams from Europe were a lot smoother.
I didn't get to restream this week. That's probably helping too.
Yeah, PK is cursed, so it
yeah.
Definitely.
I was sick. That was my curse for the week.
It was sick, yeah. I only did like 1 restream because I just dropped like 100 frames. People arrive.
Who needs frames?
No, it's only 59
on
frames.
Your standstill screen.
Yeah, I know. It's really bad to drop these frames, on this pretty much non-moving.
Yeah.
Anyway, this week in review, Mojongo Darkman. That match did not happen. I don't think it did.
Yeah. That did not happen.
Yeah, so that match, no go. I think they just couldn't find a schedule that worked. I think they're both like only free on like a Tuesday or some shit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a mess there. Then JJ versus Rasmus. We're actually going to analyze this match in more detail, so you don't have to like talk about it right second. But yep, I think you can imagine who won that. Rasmus definitely is good enough to beat JJ, but JJ is kind of a beast. But we're gonna talk about the card later. Mr. Yato versus Lad Dex. Was an invasion match. Why can't I see who won?
Who'd you say?
Yato Dex.
Dex won.
Dex won very handedly, it looks like. 13-6. I feel like Mr. Yato always ends up playing Invasion. I said that in a Discord. I feel like Mr. Yato just always plays.
Yup.
Could just be in my head, but I swear to you. It's always Invasion. I remember in Season 1, we actually gave him 1 extra Invasion match. By accident. Like, you could only play 4 of one format. Was it 4?
I think it was 3.
It might have been 3, and he ended up playing 4 Invasion matches. So, yeah.
Good old Yato.
Poor Yato. Doesn't have to play Invasion this week. He also had a match against Haywire, and looked like Haywire won that one. Was that the match? I didn't see that match. I heard it was very polarizing. I didn't see it because I was working on my Pianta 16 route. I'm gonna be honest.
No board data for this match. Well, that's concerning. Um,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I watched this, but I don't remember it.
It felt like a very polarizing match. It seemed like I remember Ramada was like, I think people were saying that.
This is Yato Lego.
I think people said Yato lost to gameplay, but Ramato said Haywire out-routed him. I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see this. I'm a bad bingo.
It's Ramato. He would probably say that if Haywire had the worst route in the world.
Well, I'm just saying I can't speak on it objectively because I didn't see it. I'm gonna be honest. I see most bingo matches, but seeing all of them, even for a podcast, is not viable for human beings. It might be viable. Yeah. It is viable. I just can't see all. So yeah, sorry.
I don't remember this card. I assume Lego's working on a fix for that card because I kind of want to see it.
Yeah, I did remember looking at my computer screen and Yato was in EYG and it was painful. EYG sucks. Yato, I understand. Yeah, EYG kind of a pain. And you're nervous, it's even more of a pain.
Yeah, EYG's a scam.
EYG is a huge scam, honestly. I've lost probably half of my 90% runs to it.
I feel like 70% of yours don't get out of Bianco, so
70% of mine don't get out of Airstrip.
True.
I will literally spend like 10 minutes trying to get Airstrip.
70% of mine don't get out of Bianco too, so.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I didn't. But it looked like a close match, looked like a good one. Looked very polarizing to me. By polarizing, I mean it was like Ramato versus other people, Kipo. Yeah, Lego also played 2 matches this week. Played against Schmidt. He also played against Jukatox. Lego Juka, sorry. Pretty tough match for Lego, to be honest. I don't think you saw that one, right?
Was that the one where they didn't get a click for like 83 minutes? And
there was no defined row for at least 35 minits.
Okay.
Juka did click a corner goal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. I remember. And it was like if Lego does 3 bosses, he might be in a better spot, but he didn't.
He delayed it. He knows that it was not a strong delay. He admitted it pretty much first thing in the interview, so no need to, we don't have to roast him for it, but yeah, it was unfortunate.
Yeah, that match looked like pain.
It was very rough to commentate because me and Ramato were just like, trying to say things, but it was kind of over pretty early. Kind of early. Sorry. Yep. I mean, Lego agrees. He understands. So Lego's an objective thinker. He'd be the first, and it was not a good match. Juka didn't secure rows for so long. She could have done 15 Bianco. She was just like, oh yeah, I didn't realize it. Did Rico Shadow Mario instead? Yeah, it just came down to the 3 boss click, and then row 1 was actual trash.
Yep.
From Lego's spot, at least. So.
Yeah, it was like. It would have been fine if you had good setup for both, but there was one objectively better row.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate too because he's also the slower player, so having 3 100 coin shines in your base, never good.
Nope. Especially when there are no 100 goals on the card.
I don't care how many 100 goals are on the card, it's still probably not a good thing.
Yeah, at least as a slower player.
Yep.
There are times you can make it work. If there's Delfinos in your base, or you have Piana 5 open, it can maybe.
Yep.
Maybe come together fine, but 300s is very late game. Same with Delfino Rocket in your base is just pain automatically.
Yeah, it's always pain. There's a lot of goals where it's just oh, as soon as it gets in your base, you're well, not doing that forever. That's my last click.
Yeah. So, but Lego, to his credit, turned it around the next day against D11. Another UYG pain match because Schmidt had to do 3YG. He didn't have to do 3YG, but he's been learning it, so I think he chose to. And
happens.
And yeah, it was just sadness for him. I think I don't remember how he failed it, but something bad happened. And yeah, Lego's credit showed up. Easily his best match of the season by 2 of it.
Yeah,
but
that's a good start. Yeah.
A card right now. I don't know. I think he played it well.
He saw the Serena value.
Serena was decent. Yeah, it worked out for him. 4 Secret Shines and 4 Serena Shines are like almost synonymous. Not really, not always, but it can be pretty.
You can work them pretty well. Usually you need to have like, it's usually like Bianco into Gelato, and then like you can actually kind of go Serena after that. But it looked like he wanted Pinna instead. Also completely viable.
Yep. I don't know. I don't really remember how close this match would have been, but it was just not Schmidt's day.
It looks pretty even for Bianco Shadow Mario, and then 2 Piantissimos is probably Schmidt favored. Definitely Schmidt favored.
Yeah, because he is Eel.
Yeah.
And even if they started from nothing, it would
be 3 damageless. So.
Well, Lego has 16 Pianta Blues, but even if it started like even, right, to Eel, Schmidt's just automatically favored by virtue of being faster. Oh,
yep.
Makes sense there. But yeah, Lego had a good match and also had a not so good match. So
yeah,
happens. RSW versus Deathline is another match PK requested, so we won't really talk about it too much yet.
Yeah, we get Rasmus matches this week.
Rasmus's
good matches always.
Darkman versus
for different reasons.
Darkman versus Dingaman. Did that even happen as well? I don't remember.
No.
No? Okay. I figured. I just didn't remember it. Tomato versus Pinkish. Pinkish's first match of the season. I think
I watched some of it.
Looks like it was pretty Tomato favored match.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a few calls that were just like missed.
Oh, I do remember this. Pinkish is, to her credit, she made good calls for some of the early game. Like, she did the 4 Fruit Ladies, right? That it counter to Pinkish. I like that. I like that play. I've seen that play a few times. It's usually a good play. Especially if there's like 15 Delfino on the card. To Pinkish's credit, I think she's actually still pretty smart. Bingo, it's just not warmed up.
I think she's good at the starts. I think she struggles once it gets towards mid and late game. But overall, I still was like, yeah, your calls make sense. It's just you're getting like sniped to things, and it's just a little bit slow.
I mean, the girl just moved. Like, you know, if honestly, after I move, I'm not really able to play the game. So I don't think anyone blames. And I think people still say fine match.
Yup.
Mason versus Game Stabled.
That looks like a good match.
It's a good matchup on paper. Like I like both of those players.
13-11 in draft. I want to see what this draft was.
You know what? One thing I would like about the draft, it showed up on the SMS bingo. I don't know if Lego has a way to show that yet.
You mean like the colors?
Yeah, like something like that.
I wouldn't mind if like the timestamps showed the color. With it, because it like says with color pink at the bottom. I feel like you could probably get that to work, but shrug. It's like
it doesn't show up on mine, Lego, so I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. Probably the case.
Like, the draft shows up for me, but the
oh, it does show up. Yeah,
for me.
It does show up. It's just not in draft color, so I get confused.
Yeah,
I just think it's like clicks that happened.
Game Stable drafted 100 coin and a boss shine, but it turns up green because Mason clicked it later.
Yeah, that kind of f's with my head a little bit. I don't blame Leg. Like it's not probably being.
It's fine. It's just bug fix.
To be honest, I don't really remember this match too well. Mason's just a solid player. Game is also a fine player, but
what is this draft card? Ew.
Kind of a weird one.
Good goal.
There's stuff like 3 Fruit Ladies where it's like, okay, you know, it's a quick goal. There's no synergy though.
15 Gelato Blue's really the best draft goal on this card.
I'd say Rico 3 Hoverless or 3 Blue Trades are both fine.
Yeah, what a weird draft.
Mason loves Pianta, I will say. He did draft Pianta. He did 4 Pianta Shines, and there were 6 Pipes as well on the card. Which honestly is fine on this card. You get progress towards episode 8. This is a Pianta card where I don't feel like Pianta is like it's good. Yeah. Good to start with. It's not like stupid though. I like it. Like there's 4 Pianta Shines, it's like some level shines, it's 6 Pipes progress. You get progress towards an episode 8. It's fine. Not like this is one of the better Pianta cards I've seen in my day.
In your day?
My day of past 2. Yeah, Mason hates draft, so I think Game Stable chose well, but just because Mason hates draft doesn't mean he can't play in it. He's beaten like me in it before. I'm apparently good at draft. So don't count Mason out in draft. Don't count anyone out in like who's a good player in a format they don't like, because they're a solid player. They'll find a way to still win.
True. But Game Stable did get the Connect 5 though, so who really won?
Good.
Oh wait, so did Mason. Never mind.
There's
2?
There was Derp versus Bread Ghost. I don't one at all. Sorry.
I don't either. I watched it. I don't remember it.
I'm opening the card right now to see it. It was at Wednesday at 11 a.m. PDT. Yeah, that's why I didn't. Too early, man.
I definitely watched this. I'm trying to like get anything from this match, and I'm just not.
I'm looking at the card. I probably watched it as well, but like I just I'm kind of in the same. But it looks like Red Ghost won. So
yeah.
Oh, I do remember this. This is like the Serena 4 ending card. Serena 4R ending card. Yep. Derp left to do 2 from 7. Bread Ghost laughed and scored the last 2 goals he needed.
Yep.
Oh, good on Bread Ghost beating Derp. That's a pretty solid win. Good on him.
Yep.
Despin versus Tomato. We are analyzing this one, so
yep.
Not going to talk about it yet. Zale versus May did not. I don't know. I think it was pretty Zale favored. I don't think there's a ton to talk about in that match. Zale won.
Yeah, that one was just like Zale had like a route for a lot of things, while May kind of picked a couple slow goals at the start, and it kind of just snowballed.
I think May also failed the Turbo and Bianca like 3 times, so I think that put them behind a little bit.
That usually doesn't help. Well, you gotta pick that one to bully you. Anyways.
Yeah, PK picked this week, so...
Yeah, I picked that one, so it's fine.
Can't blame me, you know? Alright, Linky versus Despin.
Yeah.
That's a pretty interesting matchup, honestly. Kind of showing how fast Despin is, like, climbing as a player.
Linky very much had a chance to win this match. And it was like... He lost 1 goal, and it just exploded from there.
That's invasion, dude. That's honestly invasion.
Yeah, it was very sad. I don't even remember what the goal was. Oh, it was 5 bluebirds.
Oh, he lost it from his base? Or was the top his base?
Well, it was from row 2, but like as soon as you lose that, it's like, oh, that's bad. Because he needed 100 in a boss shine episode, 200 coins, and 5 bluebirds. Because his other 2 goals in that row were Pinna Shadow Mario and Pianta Shadow Mario.
Dude, row 2 is actual pain if you lose 5 bluebirds.
Yeah, so as soon as he lost 5 bluebirds, it was like, oh, okay.
Dude, Dude,
But
that's
if he does get 5 bluebirds, he just insta wins Pianta blues as well, and it's like, okay, perfect.
Yep. That sucks, dude. Yeah, having Pinna Shadow Mario and Pianta Shadow Mario in your second row, or even in your row, is just. Ugh.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep. Especially with like 6 Rico shines, so you're already having to commit somewhere.
Doing like 21 level shines to get 3 goals. Peepo arrive.
Yep. People arrive.
Yep. Good win for Despin. Dex versus Derpspace. This was a match that happened.
God. I don't even know. We don't talk about that match. That match did not happen.
Let's just skip over this one.
Yeah. That one didn't happen. We're skipping it. It didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that one. I don't want to fucking talk about it.
No way in the hell I'm talking about that one.
Peaches versus Danny. This match, so Peaches didn't really want Danny. He didn't want to play against him. He did pick him, but it was like 6 pick or something. Just kind of added to the Peaches main season.
That's okay. He gets me this week. He gets either free win or a lot of sadness.
It's either a free win or he's already lost from the get-go. It's one of those two.
He's back in Div 2, and it's really saddening.
It was just Peaches actually had very legitimate win cons throughout this match. I think he just made kind of like what happened against Otto, just some of the wrong calls. Just really, I think he focused blues heavily, and Danny did not one crap about blues. Danny, does Danny do blues? Never.
Very rare.
Yeah.
Especially in a meta where blues have kind of shown to be weaker. Hopefully that's fixed.
From what I remember, I think Peaches needed Noki, but just kind of delayed going to Noki.
Yep.
And kind of just pain there.
Yeah, I think there was one goal that like he like stopped for quickly, and it just lost him Noki, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, he needed to block off. He did get 1 Noki goal. He got 4 Noki shines. He was gonna hope that Danny stopped for like Noki Hundo, and he just needed to take some power away. But that's also just, it was the right call. It's just a big commit. Danny actually left after Noki Hundo and did like Gelato Hundo, and that pretty much.
Yeah, because if Danny actually just stays and tries sprint 4 from Noki, Peaches can then try to win Gelato 100 in a secret.
Yeah.
And that puts him in a great spot. Then he just needs, what, 1 of those goals?
Yep. Danny made a good call to leave, though, so can't take that away.
Yep, I agree.
Danny made the right calls. It's not like Peaches got cheese.
And he did delay literally everything. It was kind of funny.
Danny's a really good delay clicker, I gotta say. I'm actually very impressed. He delays things for like just the right amount of time. I think it has to do with him like being just a smart guy, but also like, I don't know. He's just
he plays chess. He knows what he's doing.
I was gonna say, yeah, he plays chess, and that probably gets his thinking cap moving a lot, and just knows the amount of time things take. I don't know. He just seems like he's very very good at delays. Probably one of the best delay clickers in the league, I guess.
Yep.
And again, he's already like one of the top players in. So, like,
he's also like at this point rated like 3rd.
He's 3rd, yeah. Let's see. May versus Tanuki Mario. Don't have a ton to say. Tanuki Mario showed very much improvement.
Yeah, Tanuki's improving. Even if it was like, yeah, Tanuki's still far behind. It's like Tanuki's showing improvement, and I think by the end of the season, at this rate, they'll start contesting people.
Yeah. Niall Zale. I don't think I saw this one.
I probably did. Let me look. What even?
You
was
are a
that?
Denial fan. I'm also a Denial fan, but I don't see all of his matches.
Yeah, I like the Denial chaos factor.
Oh, I commentated this match. That's awkward. I don't remember it. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that usually doesn't help.
I see a lot of matches, to be fair, so some of them just kind of like blend. I don't remember. Sorry.
Yeah, Denial Zale. I think this one was just another case of like Zale kept choosing slow things while Denial got everything else.
Oh wait, this is the one where Zale did like a Piantissimo rush.
Oh, that's right. Yes, the early Piantissimo rush.
Which maybe if you delay stuff, it could like kind of okay, but it was just too early.
Yep.
And it definitely just set them back for the rest of the match. But you live and learn. Hopefully Zale doesn't do Piantissimos like Kipo.
Yeah, don't rush Piantissimos. That's a Sid exclusive thing. You're not allowed to do it. Keep him.
Deathline versus Mason. That was an interesting match. I actually really liked that match. Deathline apparently his heart was not in it. We already talked about that. Deathline said he felt sick, so. But to be fair, made fine calls. Mason just made a really wacky call. He did Pianta 16 and then rushed NPCs and 15 Delfinos.
Yep.
Just nuts. You don't. I was like, that's like a JJ call almost. I really liked it actually.
That's a weird call, but it's definitely it can work.
You know why it worked? Is because he after that just rushed Delfinos and Fast Shines and some blues and then got to Noki.
Yep.
And Noki was good. Noki had 12 Noki blues, 16 Noki blues, which by then he could correlate with his 65 totals. He did lives along the way. It was a good call. Like you give up on Pinna and do Noki from there.
It's kind of crazy that Mason did 4 Fruit Ladies and didn't get 5 NPCs, but also like did so many Delfinos but didn't get Delfinos.
Yeah, but didn't really need it to his credit. I mean, he was ahead to other stuff too. He was ahead to 9 types, I guess, and I guess he was going to be ahead to 4.
Yep.
So it was I think this is Mason's best match this season.
I would agree.
I liked it. I thought he did well, and I thought that was like classic Mason. I thought it was just a really strong showing.
Yup, I agree.
I've always thought Mason's really good at lockout. Like he's good at row control too, but I always thought he was better at lockout personally. But that's just
I am infinitely more scared of Mason's lockout than his row control.
That's just my opinion. But like he's
Also,
good
I'm
at both.
good at row control, so it's like I'm not scared of anyone's row control.
Yeah. Yeah, good match. Good match. Ramato versus me. I don't really have a ton to say about this match. It was pretty much over 10 minutes in because I played horribly, and that's all I have to say. I don't know. I had a good start.
Yeah, it was like one play where if you beat Ramato, it's actually like your favor.
I think I beat myself more than.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely. You definitely outplayed yourself there.
Yeah, like I just couldn't do whenevers. I lost like 30 seconds to a bluebird. I lost like 30 seconds to a coconut lady. Like I didn't even really get a chance to play. If I got the middle goal in that, it would have been a very good match. That's pretty much all I have to say about it.
Yep.
But yeah, until then, I mean, I should have forfeited 20 minutes earlier than I did, but I kind of just kept it going for no reason. Kipo.
True.
Anyway, let's just move on from that one. Game Stabled versus Haywire.
Haywire that was his first win, and then ended up. Damn, Haywire went 2-0. Let's go, Haywire.
Yeah, Haywire's doing pretty well this week. Kind of interesting.
Ramato had it as his status.
Yeah, Ramato made his status Haywire favored for a while. Yeah, hopefully Haywire continues momentum. It's kind of interesting because he practiced a lot more for season 2, but like did worse last season. But
I feel like, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a little weird. I definitely think that in some ways Game beat himself this match.
yeah.
Also, I mean, Haywire made good call after good call, so it was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, both played. I
Haywire's always been capable at routing. It's just usually he's either getting speed bullied to stuff, or he's, or his route just misses completely.
Yeah. I commentated apparently. Dude, why do I never remember matches I commentate? I mean, the reason is, like I said, is just so many that eventually just all blends. I can't remember all of them.
True.
But yeah, he looks a little better this season. We'll see how he does moving up. Probably gonna be tough for him to beat people above him.
Yeah, I think he's trying to vie for the Div 2 area.
Yeah.
That's kind of where he, I think, belongs, and that's completely okay. Because last season he was pretty much below Div 2 level, even though he was in Div 2, he was just losing every match, and it was unfortunate.
Except for Rick.
Except for Rick, because Rick was Div 4 level.
Yeah. So, we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be kind of a tough uphill battle for him from here, but maybe he will pop off.
True.
But now people like me are going to try to pick him, Kipo, for the easy points. If he wasn't playing this week, people leave. Anyway.
Imagine making a priority list.
Bry Guy Urbani did not happen. Bry Guy had a concussion, he said, so... Yep. Fortunate. Feel better, Bry.
Should be this week now. We'll get Bry Guy Urbani and then Bry Guy Despin, which is wild.
Dude, those are going to be two interesting matches. So that's the classic router versus speed.
Yeah, and Bry Guy's usually won these if the routers are new. Or if the speed boys are newer players. So Bry Guy's definitely favored, but like it's hype.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, maybe in the earlier patch this would have been really good for Urbani Despin, but patch coming in just in time.
Just to save Bry Guy.
Dingaman versus Denial is the last one. I thought it was a really good match.
Outside of the fact it took like an hour 40 or hour 30, it was a good match.
It was so long. I commentated this one. So Denial honestly played fine, but his row 2 was just, he needed to play it better.
Yeah, so he routed fine. He did not play fine. Denial had so many gameplay errors. That I think costed him quite a few goals, but he definitely needed to like make a call towards something in Dingaman's base.
Yeah. I don't know. It was close. It was close till the end. It just ended up being a 13-12. Denial needed to do Pinna goals, which I don't really blame him for not doing. Dingaman had a good Gelato 100 delay that pretty much won him the... I think he already won, but...
Yeah, he was pretty bad at that point. He just had to make the call to go do Gelato 100, and once he did it, it was fine. The delay was just like salt on the wound.
Yeah. But really good showing from both players, I think. Yep. I think Denial was a little not happy with how he played, but are we ever happy with how we play?
No, not when you die twice in Rico 6.
Yeah, that also happened. Rico 6 is a scam, I will be honest. Yeah, that's why I do the safe strat.
True.
Danny strat, as people call it. Alright, so let's analyze a few matches real quick. Probably audio is going to get messed up. No one panic. But hopefully not. I added all the sort. We'll
everyone make sure to panic just to bully Jeff, Keepa.
Okay, I think everything is actually the same. So, that is... I should have this up when we're analyzing cards, actually. I just don't have text for every single person.
That is Denial Dingaman. I don't think that was the card we were originally thinking.
No, this is Rasmus. No, Rasmus Deathline.
Oh, this one's Rasmus Deathline. Okay, perfect.
X. It's all pain. Wait, what? How did this get... who did this?
Oh.
I had to sue someone. Probably myself.
What's happening?
So, RSW versus Deathline was this a draft match? Lego already add the draft things back?
Dude, Lego's that fast.
Lego's kind of quick, dude. Lego's kind of schmoving.
Lego?
Wasn't even a thing. Like, Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Good.
Wild. All right. Thank you, Lego.
Thanks, Lego. There's the goat.
Everybody make sure to thank Lego in the Discord or right here or wherever you want to.
Without Lego, the community would be crumbling, Kipo. Kind of not a
It'd be
Kipo.
dead. Only Ramato in charge. It's over.
Anyway. Looking at the draft, I need to stop moving my... Actually, let us set an OBS. Alright, let's talk about the draft while I do that.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember who drafted who. It looks like Rasmus drafted yellow. I think. Let me look just to make sure. Orange was Deathline. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Deathline always drafts in orange.
Cool. That's good to know. So just like draft-wise, going away. So Deathline went away from the typical like, what's the best first draft, and then I guess Rasmus did as well. So what do I know? But 15 Bianco Blues first. It's a little too telegraphed of a first click, but it's fine, especially on a card where like 3 reds exists. But also 3 reds probably just better at that point. But then Rasmus went 50 from 2 and Rico 3 hoverless, so like I don't know anymore. And then Deathline drafted 7 links when 5 links is on the card. Like, what happened?
Yeah, that's a little suspect.
And then Rasmus is like, oh cool, 5 links is here.
Yeah, I mean, that's... How else do you respond to that? Like, okay, well, you're gonna take 7 links, I'll take the easier version of your...
5 links really the last draft goal?
Dude, Rasmus kind of... draft. I don't think either draft is bad, but I like Rasmus's a lot better. Not a lot better.
How did this work? I don't even know how this worked. Maybe this is out of order now. I don't know how this is working.
I am not even gonna try to mess with the order. It's important, but it's kind of hard.
Maybe the order is wrong, so then it makes more sense. We'll just assume the order is wrong because I don't know.
I'm just trying to analyze the drafts as a whole, just to make everyone's life easy.
So Deathline, 15 Bianco Blues, 3 reds, good goals. Penny Yellow Button, good goal. 7 links is okay. It's a little wonky, but it's fine. And then 3 from Blue Trades is a good goal. So Deathline's draft was good. Rasmus also had a good draft. Outside of 18 Lies is a little weird, but it's a fine draft goal. I don't know what else you'd draft on this card.
6 reds, Kipo.
6 reds, Kipo? Yeah, that's a good one.
Get Kipo count on this show.
It could be... I mean, you could do 6 from 2.
I wonder if 6 from 2 is actually a viable draft goal. No one's done it yet.
I don't think there's a reason to, because I think that just tells too much.
Yeah. Interesting.
6 from 2 is okay. 2 hidden 1 levels okay. Yeah, I guess you do just take 18 lies. I think that might just be the best goal.
You can also take totals. I mean, totals is still a free.
There is totals.
I don't mind. Okay, here's the thing about me. When I see 50 totals and 60 totals in a draft match, I really like 50 totals because take 50, you know, you're kind of heavily favored for 60. That's 2 goals.
I think it's okay, but I think it's okay in this case, especially with 3 from Blue Trades on the card.
Yeah.
But you also have to kind of like say, I'm slowing myself down to Pinna. I'm not taking deep Pinna. Each on this card, Pinna Shadow Mario, Raideyoshi 2 Worlds, 8 from 1.
Pinna's really good. This is a stupid Pinna card.
Yeah, with Pinna being that good, I don't think totals is very good here.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's okay. It's still something where like you can draft it and just be like, you're gonna have to do blues to slow yourself down to this.
Right.
Because otherwise it will have 3 from Blue Trades. Oh, Pinna 5 from the back coverless also on this card.
Yeah, this is a dumb Pinna card. Dumb Pinna card. 2 hidden 1 level with 6 reds. This is...
Which is why it's hilarious, because I think I remember this match, and I think I remember like they kind of kept dodging Pinna for a while.
Why? Why would you dodge Pinna? Maybe they were both scared. I've seen that a few times where it's like, okay, they're in Pinna, so I'm not gonna go to Pinna.
Yep. And then they don't go to Pinna, and you're just like, huh. But eventually, Rasmus or Deathline took the bait and actually ended up losing with his Pinna play.
See how this out. Are these just the drafted?
I think this is the order of the clicks.
Yeah. So nothing too insane in the first 30 minutes of the draft.
I remember the linked race was actually like big because like,
yeah,
that was like right near the end.
Yeah, but Rasmus did get the 16 Pinna Blues, which is nice. I think that was close. Yeah. Rasmus secured 3 reds. I mean, Rasmus got what he. What was his 50 from 2? Where was that? That 150.
Rasmus did 50 from 2 in Rico, and where was his other one?
Yeah, I actually don't remember. I'm kind of surprised to see it even clicked right now. To be like, I'm not saying it's bad. I just expect it. I wouldn't mind 150 from Delfino here with 6 from 2, maybe get lives. I don't know.
Maybe he started Pianta. I don't remember off the top of my head, so trying to think of it. Can't think of it. It's okay.
Just interesting.
Could have also been Delfino.
Forward gets 18 lives. I think he did this in Pinna 2R. The first Pinna 2R life grind I've seen.
Yeah, that was hype.
He did it for like 2 cycles though and then left. I feel like it wasn't that good because of that, but it was a good idea.
I mean, even doing it just for 2 cycles is like, okay.
Yeah, you get like 4 lives out of it. You also get 2 other lives from the box and the one in the air if you want.
Yep.
Match played on. Line showing progress. Yeah, Pinna. Rasmus gets 2 ins from 1 level. Was that a counter from Rico? I imagine it was. I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Which is interesting. It actually works pretty well. It's a good 8 from 1 counter. You already have Rico 3 hoverless done as well.
Yep.
You do 8 from 1 with Rico with 2 hit-ins, you'll do Rico 6, which means you'll get more reds as well.
Yep.
Like that.
Yeah, the Rico play was a really good counter to the Pinna play.
Yeah, it's like surprisingly sneaky. Rasmus is good at being sneaky, I will say. I remember his Tober match with last season. Really scary stuff.
Yeah, I remember he did that like really random Pinna 200s.
Yeah.
And it was like so woke that everybody was like, "What?"
No, people were some people were flaming it. And they were like, "What is this play?" Probably me.
It was probably me too, but like,
probably like,
I was
what?
Like, looking at it, I'm like, wait, that was sick. What?
Yeah, and Tober was like, "Yeah, you got me. Like, you caught me off guard there." It was a good call.
Tomato. Rasmus did this really random Pinna 200s in a secret, without like Pinna 100s on the card, but it was like it actually worked, and it was like, oh, damn. Like it just won him the match.
Yeah. And Rasmus got 6 from 2 with Rico.
Yep.
8 from 1 fell from there. 100 in a secret. That's interesting. It's an interesting priority. 100 in a secret doesn't really get you anything. Especially with lives gone.
Yeah, once lives are gone, 100 in a secret kind of suck.
Rico is just really good. I actually really like Rasmus got 6 reds, which was huge. Huge click. If you have Pinna, you don't. I feel like.
Yep. Yeah, once you commit to Pinna, it's like 6 reds becomes like insanely important for you. And I don't know who wins the 2 from 7 race after. Based on what we see, it looks like Rasmus might, but I don't know.
So interestingly enough, Rasmus definitely gets 50 totals. Oh, he also gets 60, never mind. It's 50, 60, and Pinochetto Mario. I don't think Pinochetto Mario was tested. Guess you may not read that with Rasmus's. I think
you might think he prioritized the Pinna side of it.
You could read what Rasmus did.
Yep.
Not unreasonable. Wiggler, Hammer Blues, Serena 1/100s, finishing out like a Chad. The things Tober likes, Wiggler and Serena 1/100, and PK. You like Wiggler,
Yep.
actually? I don't know.
No, I don't really care about Wiggler.
I added it to enjoy it, because I always lose 120 runs to it. Not anymore, but I just don't like Wiggler concept. Sorry.
Serena 1/100s though. People arrive.
I'm like painfully mixed. I'm like okay with Serena 1/100. I don't particularly like it. I don't hate it though. You know, that's how I'm about it.
Sure.
Like when I IL it, I'm just kind of like, fine. But also my IL is bad, so what are you gonna do? Anyway.
Yeah, you're a coward.
Not a cow. A 315 is like not good, but it's not like not horrible. I wouldn't race you to it though. Like I'm not gonna race you to it anyway. You know that.
Yep.
You already know that. Anyway, interesting match. Good Rico counter from Rasmus. I think he just played it really well.
Yep. Yeah, Rasmus like definitely low-brained the start because like he had this Rico into Pinna play that was just unstoppable. But then like he didn't do it and it was like, okay. I'm a cow, Jeff. Perfect.
All right. And next one, Rasmus for JJ SRL. What format was this?
This was row control. So I just wanted to start this by saying, like, this card is unbeatable in lockout. JJ insta wins.
Dude, JJ always gets these cards. What's with it? Why does JJ always get these cards?
Yeah,
Without
JJ
fail.
Insta wins with lockout. He thought he was playing a lockout this entire match.
Yeah, that's
And
fucked.
he just insta wins because this card is so dumb.
I'm so glad we have the patch coming. I hate cards like this. I really do.
You get Pianta 3 damage list, 4 from Pianta, Butterfly, Pinna Blues. There is no goal here that doesn't favor this play. The one thing that Rasmus could have tried to take was the Pin 100 to 100 coins thing, but even then he's now stuck in this weird race for Wiggler or 5 Hidden Shines or 70 totals. Well, he should have 70 totals, but 5 Hiddens with him having probably access to good hiddens good levels in Pianta. Wiggler is always terrifying because there's no reason to have progress towards it on this card. So then you're just racing JJ, which you just lose.
Yeah.
So that's why there's a patch. But in row control, this card is still nearly impossible.
Yeah, because there's just enough stuff that JJ will win out to.
Because there is one row with Pinochetto Mario, all 15 Pinna yellow buttons, and 4 from Pianta. Insta lose that row. There is the Pinna Blues, 13 shines from Delfino with blue trades, 1 Butterfly Blue. Kind of just, like, you can maybe counterplay that row, but it's hard.
Not really. I don't see it.
But also, like, then there's the Pin 100 in row 2, which just adds the 200s. It makes it even harder. And then there's 26 shines, 1 episode 8 shine, which you just insta lose to.
Even if you get 2 to 3 goals as Rasmus, okay, like, and JJ gets the other 2, okay, it comes down to Wiggler. So JJ could either make progress to literally everything else in the card while Rasmus does Wiggler, or he could just use it as a pin, and when it comes down to a race, he just wins anyway.
Yep.
So, okay, yeah, it's just, you just, I don't think we're...
Like, Rowan's just lost. It came down to Rasmus needing, I think it was episode 8 shine, which would have been a good goal. That is a goal he could have contested with 6 Rico shines being a goal on the card.
Did you guys think JJ was trolling when he clicked a 4th goal in row 1?
Yeah, I don't know.
I would have just been like, dude, he's trolling. JJ's not the type to like BM, I will say. JJ is not the type to like he'll
No,
do
he's
weird
just,
plays.
He's just a dingus.
He'll do weird plays sometimes, but it's not like out of trolling. It's just something he thinks is fine.
It's because his brain wasn't there. Kipo.
He just clicks 4 out of the 5 in one row. I would have been like, as a player, like, all right, F you. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have even felt it really. It's just kind of a joke.
Like, all right, like, thanks for telling me that.
Ramato, there's a 4th goal clicked. Row 1.
Yeah, he clicked 13 from Delfino after he'd already had the roll.
Yeah. Kind of mean. Toxic. JJ's like the least toxic, I think, in Bingo.
Yep. And yeah, so it was really gross. There's like theoretical ways Rasmus could win this card in row control, but it's very much hard. Like you have to like 9-goal this from the start, which is really annoying.
Rasmus made most of the right calls. It looks like, but it's just too much. It feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like an overwhelming thing. And like then there was this moment where JJ just stopped playing because he thought he won in lockout, and like Rasmus nearly caught up, but he told JJ to do episode 8 shine before he could get there.
Rasmus just said to JJ like he felt bad, or
no, Rasmus was like, JJ was like, is it over? And then Rasmus just like eventually said, you should do episode 8 shine.
That's fair. I probably, I'd be like, you know what, I don't want to play anymore. Oh.
Which Rasmus was starting to get close to.
I mean, I might have just played if I was Rasmus. Like,
I mean, it's so late where it's like, JJ had one more click, which was one more shine of pin at 8, and yeah, I don't know, it was a hilarious.
But also, JJ should
situation.
Just like know the format he's playing.
Yeah, that's probably something he should learn.
No, it'd be good. Or if you don't know, just ask at the start. Be like, hey, we're playing. You can. Restreamer should maybe like do a. We should probably maybe confirm it more often. Just no.
We'll have it specifically for JJ every week. JJ, you're playing this format.
I feel like this has happened in season 1 too. Like someone the format they didn't know that they were playing.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like it's happened before. Anyway, yeah, tragic match. Kind of just mean.
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight it for why there's a patch.
Yeah, PK chose this week, so.
Yeah, I chose this one specifically because I wanted to show why we were getting a patch.
All right, last one we're looking at, and again, anyone has any suggestions, please feel free to DM me in the future or post it in the Bingo Discord or GB's Discord or whatever, because we'll probably do it, because we just kind of handpick a few. If there's something you really want to see. Yep. What was this? What was row control?
That's been Tomato and row control.
I think Tomato looked pretty good until the mid game.
It was one call.
Just the Rico 1/100s, which we're not going to make him feel bad about. He knows he messed up. He knew from the moment he did. Probably he messed up.
Yep.
So there's no reason to shit on him for it. But yeah,
unless
it was just
you want to, Kipo.
No, we've all been there. We've all made a call. We knew it was like, we've all made a call where it's like you do it, and we're like, while we're doing it, we're like, yeah, this loses me the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I've made that call many times. I'm like,
PK, you are famous for that.
But I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, so mid game, let's go before the Rico. So started with 11 Delfino, which was a good click.
It's kind of a weird click because there's 3 progression goals, and no reason to go to Sandbird.
Yeah, makes it just a pain for Tomato. Mainly, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but it doesn't really add anything. That's just kind of the issue, especially if like, because he did Rico or 23 Rico Blues. If he got 7 enemies, it doesn't really help him still. The only way that works is if you make the woke 5 gelato shines with sandbird blues, which actually could have been kind of cute here. Because there's like 2 gelato hidden shines, which could have been done, or like
8 from 1 in gelato, Peepo arrive.
Yeah, you could do that maybe.
I think it's a possibility. It'd be hard, but it's.
I mean, even if he did like the 23 Rico Blues with hundreds, because that's not significantly slower.
It's like 3 minutes slower to get the 100 with 23 Rico Blues, or maybe a little less.
There's no way it's 3 minutes. That's basically just the hundreds anyway.
Yeah. Might be like 2 minutes optimally, because you obviously get some.
Romano, give me analysis of how much slower it is.
I think Larvitar timed it. Like I remember Larvi and SM did like a hundreds plus Rico 23, one of those two last season, and I think it was like 5 minutes 40 seconds or something. I don't remember though. Too long ago. One of those 2 IL router geniuses.
Imagine being smart. I don't care about these scuffed combo things. All right, Romano, you're banned.
Yeah, so tomato 2 hidden in gelato. 5 NPCs.
Yeah, the 5 NPCs was really odd, but like it definitely throws a wrench in what Tomato wants.
Oh yeah, Despin did this before Pinna. It's like the 3rd time I've seen Despin stop in Serena before Pinna. It was a little slower this time. He just had to get, or faster. He just had to get the NPCs and go left.
Yep.
But it's a surprisingly fine play. I wouldn't even have been that opposed to him doing Serena 1 maybe. Like row 1 can fall into your hand. But you don't want to lose.
Yeah, you can't you just insta-win row 2 with that play, and like once you get 5 NPCs, you pretty much just win row 4 as well, or row 5 as well. So Tomato needed to make a call for 9 Delfinos before Despin did, basically.
I'm trying to get to where we were before the Rico 100. So here we are before the Rico 100, and yeah, there was like the 9 Delfinos. I mean, he had 16 Pianta. Like the 9 Delfinos, 6 from 2, Noki 100, Eel Blue. Kind of just all falls in your lap. 16 Noki Blues. But, like I said, Tomato knows it was the wrong call, so I don't feel a lot of need to bully him.
That's what we're saying, Despin, is basically like Tomato routed this well too. Like both of you had like routes, but Tomato just made one wrong call, and that can happen in these matches.
That's row control. You make one wrong call, and you could
it just insta falls apart. If he gets 9 Delfino Blues, he's probably winning to like 8 from 1. And then he just needs to sneak something in row 1, which there's 3 realistic goals for him. I guess it's weird because of like 7 shines in a secret he probably shouldn't have progress for. 15 gelato blues, so maybe that is a weird row for him. Like even though he has 2 goals, but also you have to make the right call to go for that row. And there's just a lot of options. Because if Tomato could have won Tanoki there. Yep. And if he wins Tanoki, he gets like, he also has a shot at like Sandbird Blues, or Eel Blues, I guess. But and then he can take a shot at row 2. He doesn't even need to do the Noki 100 if he doesn't feel like he needs the Noki 100. Yeah, you might win row 1 still, but then he could also win row 2, and then that becomes a much more annoying situation.
I actually would have not. I actually don't know if Tomato should, to be honest. Like, yeah, you finished your 50 totals with it, but it's still a little slow. And what if there's a world where you do your 9 Delfino, you do your 4 Noki, the Noki Hundo.
There's 2 goals left in that row after the 5 NPCs click. Well, 3. There's the 50 totals, which you could realistically do, or you could go for the 9 Delfino Noki Shines. Regardless of if you get 50 totals, you still need the 9 Delfino Noki Shines. So Pianta Blue is kind of just a meh click. It got him more blues, but that's something where, like, maybe you just try to trade it late game. Like, maybe instead of doing 4 Noki Shines, you say, okay, I'm going to do my 9 Delfinos, I'm going to secure Noki 100s, and then go do Pianta Blue.
You could also just do Pianta 1 with, like... So Tomato had 11 Delfino Blues, he had 23 Rico Blues, right?
Yep.
That's like 34, almost 35. Probably can just get a few more when you're in the Lotto or something. And then you could just do Pianta 1 with like 10 blues and have setup for this goal without actually having to commit.
Yeah.
I would have liked that a little better personally. That way you're like ahead, need it, but you don't have to overcommit to it.
Yep.
That's
because
there's a world.
Even though it gives you pipes, it's not really doing anything.
Yeah.
Because one, it's a row he's not really interested in. The pipes is much more synergistic with Serena in row 1 anyways. So basically you're just kind of requiring an early 15 July, which slows you down to Noki. And that's just row control. You have to, like, see these small synergies, and you have to look at, like, the specific goals that actually are important at the time. So it was really good on Despin to notice that 5 NPCs was actually really important.
Yeah, Despin played well. Definitely noticed.
He needed one of 5 NPCs or 16 Beyonce Blues to make that play really good. Either of those is a fine click. 5 NPCs, I guess, is that faster or slower? Would that be considered to slow you down? I think
you get less progress for it, but it's if you go for it, it's faster. But you get less progress. Like 16 Pianta, you get almost 5 shines.
Pianta Blues is probably a nicer call there, but also, did Tomato go for that right after? Work.
I do not know the timing of it.
The slider's fighting with me right now. Let's refresh. There we go.
16 Pianta, yeah, I mean, I would have liked... I think I don't mind the 5 NPCs, actually, but 16 Pianta does... Keep in mind, it pretty much nets you 5 shines.
Yep.
You get 3 Pianta shines. If you're in there already, Pianta 3 is quick. And 16 blues is almost 2. So you just gotta scrap up some pennies in Delfino or wherever.
Yep. I think 5 NPCs worked really well, specifically because of the 9 Delfinos. If he thinks that he's winning to Pinna, that was one of the things Tomato also could have done, was just sneak Pinna because of that, but also he's been doing blues, so it's slow. But basically, like, 9 Delfinos kind of just works with the 5 NPCs. The progress isn't necessary for Pianta Blues, because of the 9 Delfinos click that you also want.
Yeah. Tomato got the 6 from 2. I don't think Despin crap about row 1.
Yeah, even though he's, like, might be favored for it if it came down to it.
Yep.
Speed for 15 Gelato Blues, and then just, like, everything else is Serena, which he definitely has more progress towards.
You know what? Not a bad match. Tomato's been doing really well this season. He's had one match where he didn't win, and no one's gonna win all their matches.
He showed up bad. Like, his route was fine. It was like, it definitely wasn't a progression-based route, but, like, what can you do against Despin?
It was kind of a Ramato route.
Faster than Tomato.
Kind of a Ramato route, but it's really hard to pull, like, until the Rico 100, but it's really hard to pull off if you're...
Yeah.
It's not easy. Danny can do it because he's fast. Danny's definitely done some Ramato row control plays, and yeah, I don't mind everything till 100, but Tomato's had a good season otherwise. But it was an interesting.
I think this is a bad match for Tomato. I think he just has to learn more about it.
I think he knew the second he entered Rico 100 that it could cost him the game.
It's true.
I know me in his shoes, I would have been like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What am I doing? I would have been like, what am I doing? And I
Me when I do anything.
true.
Me as I follow Bry Guy for 20 minutes.
Anyway, we are kind of running low on time, so we could just do like a. You want to just do like a rapid fire round of the.
Fire round, let's go.
All right, we're just gonna kind of breeze through these. We kind of talked for a lot. So, I don't know. No one's fault.
Vader's fault.
It is kind of mine. Okay, we're gonna rapid fire these. We need to space these out better. We'll talk a little bit. We have like 10 minutes. Probably end. Jeff versus Rasmus in a regular. Ollie.
Yeah, that could be entertaining.
Could be. I'm on a pretty hot losing streak right now, not having the greatest season, so see if Rasmus
is sneaky.
Rasmus is playing good. I'm not playing well, so this could be Rasmus's time to just jump on the jeffco train.
Rasmus's ascension will be hype.
I'm part of me is rooting for him, not gonna lie. But we've also never played, fun fact. Or we played one scrim, but it was like a year and a half ago. Pink versus Mojungo. Probably.
That's. It depends if Pink's played at all, I think.
Mojungo hasn't really played that much either.
Yeah, okay. If neither of them have really played, I probably favor Pink.
Yeah?
I know Pinkish likes Invasion too, so that might help.
Yep. Yato versus Dingaman. This could be a pretty close match. Yato's pretty favored though.
Yeah, I think Yato is definitely favored. It's draft. Yato's good at draft. We'll see what Dingaman can do to come back. Come back, but like try to sneak up on Yato, but it is pretty Yato favored.
Tomato versus Game Stable, that's happening tonight, so after the Custom IL competition round 2 is shown. So 7 p.m. EST? Or is it 6?
Yeah, games routing has been a little off, and Tomato could definitely get wins on him. I think they've scrimmed a lot, and Tomato's gotten wins. So
Tomato's gotten a few wins. I don't know if they were in like the voice call, because I personally treat those as different wins. If you get I don't know, when you're in a voice call, I feel like it changes the dynamic of it, because you're like, oh shit, I just lost the goal, and he's like, okay, like you can take notes on that. I don't know. Yeah. I don't claim to know. That's my hot take of the week, but I think Tomato could win regardless.
Yep.
Zale versus Vipa, probably Zale favored. Vipa has not played bingo at all, as far as my knowledge.
Yep. As long as Zale doesn't do 2 Piantissimos, it should be Zale favored. And even then, it might be, but I don't know. It depends on the card.
Mars versus Pink, probably Pink favored.
Yep.
But we'll see. I don't know. I could see. I think Pink's got that one.
I think Pink's fine.
Libre versus Gitox, probably Libre favored. These two played a lot last season.
Yeah. And
Libre clicked like 8 Delfinos when he had like 3. No one did anything.
Libre might be the worst at counting in this league.
That's why I think he's better in 2v2, because Despin can be like, hey dude, you don't have 8 Delfinos.
Despin gets to count for him. Despin knows what Libre did better than Libre does.
We all love Libre though, but he'll be the first to admit he doesn't always have the best count. I think it's Libre favorite still. Libre, pretty solid bingo player overall. Juka is as well, but Libre is a little like the counting thing.
Truth.
Linky versus you in row control. Saucy.
I'm gonna throw this. I've been talking this up for like a year, and I'm just gonna lose it. I can just feel it.
I favor you.
I feel like I'm gonna beat Peaches and then lose the Linky. I feel like that's just what this dynamic's gonna be.
I favor you in that just because it's row control, but Danny versus Ramato. Ramato has a huge mental block against him.
Yeah.
Bigger than the moon.
Impossible for Ramato.
So it's already over, in my opinion.
Yep.
Before
Yeah,
the
it's
match
not.
starts, it's done. It's done with it. Done deal.
Yeah, it's basically over.
What did Ramato pick? Regular?
Yeah, regular.
But yeah, all jokes aside, Ramato's probably still favored. But Danny could win. Danny could actually have a serious shot, like all
I
jokes
went
aside.
lockout against Ramato for Danny, so I
I'm
think
glad
Danny can
Ramato
do it.
picked regular and not invasion, because if it was invasion, I might even watch.
So it'd be sadness. Ramato's like, Danny, I'm not gonna take the free win. It's fine.
Yeah, good on Ramato. I would just be like, all right, invasion. I'm gonna grind my P to 16 routes, Kipo.
Truth.
Nothing to say about that. What else is happening? Despin versus Bry Guy should be interesting. We kind of talked about this a little bit.
I expect, barring the card being very Bry Guy favored, or very speed favored, Bry Guy should be pretty advantaged because it's lockout. Bry Guy's very good at lockout.
New patch.
New patch, so Despin doesn't get his free Piazza play, Kipo. Um,
But let's be real here. I mean, keep in mind, right? Bry has a history of, despite being a solid player, just having like one loss to like a lower level player a season. Like I remember back in the Invasion tournament, or not Invasion, just the regular tournament, 2019 or 2020. Bry lost to Ombo, and like Bry's pretty much the same skill as he was then, and Ombo was, arguably weaker than Despin is now. And last season, I won against Bry. And I don't know, Bry always has that like one match a season where someone unexpected wins.
Yep.
So maybe this is time. We'll see. I don't know.
Yep.
It could be Despin. It could. I could see this being close.
Yep.
What's up? Peaches versus Mason. This is a rematch from Div 2.
Invasion.
Ooh. Mason's been grinding some invasion. He's done a few scrims of it. Peaches also though, so.
I think I favor Mason by a little bit.
That's interesting because I favor Peaches by a little bit.
I could understand that.
It could go either way.
I think I slightly favor Mason, but
I go like 55-45.
Yeah, I'm pretty much 55-45 the other way. So
bet on it.
Bet on it.
I'm broke.
I got nothing.
So we'll bet jeffco happies.
Yeah, jeffco happies. I'll jeffco happy in your chat if you.
May versus Derp Space, probably Derp favored.
Yep.
Denial versus Tanuki Mario, probably Denial favored.
Yep.
I mean, Tanuki still needs to grow a little bit.
Yep.
You versus Peaches.
Invasion.
You had an invasion match last season. I remember that was really close.
No, it's 13-12, and I was like a Shinin Delfino behind him.
Yeah, I remember this is like I think this is the closest Peaches got to losing during the main season.
I can get Peaches. Peaches knows I can get him. I'm like the lowest person where Peaches is like, fuck, I could lose to him.
You know what's gonna happen is the card's gonna open and either Serena 1/100s or hundreds in a boss shine is gonna be on the edges. It always happens.
Both people arrive.
It could happen. It could, no joke, actually happen. Like I've seen it happen on every invasion you've done with Peaches, in like scrims and stuff. You used to scrim. You did like 2 scrims last season. I remember.
Yeah, I did. I always get Serena 1/100s on the side. It's always there, and I'm so happy it's always there.
Mojongo versus Yado, probably Yado favored. Mojongo just hasn't really been playing. Yado's been like every night. It's a row control, which might help Mojongo a little bit, but yeah, I'd favor Yado.
Definitely.
Deathline versus Despin, that's an interesting one. I don't really know who I'd favor. Invasion, ooh. Deathline's not used to invasion, actually.
Yeah. Deathline's trying to learn it. I watched the scrim of them yesterday. It was a little wonky. But Deathline's still a good player and can still definitely win. It's just a little weird.
Yeah.
I would probably favor Despin here, but it's like, it's very doable for Deathline.
Ramato versus JJ. I'm just gonna give it to Ramato. I don't really expect. I mean, JJ is good enough to beat Ramato, but it's tough for him.
Yeah, that's not a he's praying for a speed bully card, and then if he gets the speed bully card, which he's only gotten speed bully cards this season, mind you. Then Ramato's like, come on, really?
Ramato said his gameplay is not where he'd like it to be right now. He's been doing a bunch of ILs, but it kind of doesn't translate to RTA right away. Kind of takes a little bit of time. Not been a super long time. Yeah, at the end of the season, Ramato will probably be very fast. But yeah, Ramato does have a point that his gameplay's probably a little weaker than JJ's right now.
He didn't really have to warm it up this season because nobody can really contest him. It's
yeah,
like
I mean, I'm just gonna lose like,
and he got them both the same week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna lose like 3 minutes to Ramato if I'm playing him to my own gameplay mistake. So, everyone else, yeah, Peaches and I are just not able to really win that.
Yep.
And who else did he play? I don't even remember.
Mason,
yeah, Mason's in the Peaches and I, whatever. Bread Ghost versus Dex. That could be close. I'd probably still favor Dex though.
Yeah, it's Dex's favorite. Dex has had some matches that I still have migraines over, but it's fine. Dex should be fine. It should be Dex 8. What is the format? Have they picked format yet? No.
Dex honestly is a little bit stronger in scrims right now, I feel like. So we'll see. I mean, Bread Ghost has had good matches. Dex still capable of having good matches, but had a few rough, I think.
Yeah, Dex has forgotten how to bingo for a couple matches.
We all have, don't worry.
It's true.
What else? Or Dingaman versus Tomato. That could be close, but I'd still favor Tomato pretty heavily.
Yeah, I think it's pretty Tomato favored.
Yeah, it's another one where Tomato probably. It's regular lockout. Tomato's a lot faster.
Yup.
Last one is Dirt versus Denial. I want to say with my heart Denial will, but I think Dirt probably favor.
It's draft.
That could help.
Denial how to draft. I might need to reteach him how to draft, but I taught him how to draft.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think Denial will win the draft. I don't know if he'll win the game, but he'll win the draft.
He'll probably win the draft. But yeah, that's kind of all we had for talking about matches. I'm sorry we kind of bulleted through them, but we kind of ran out of time. We were talking a lot.
Do we have a time limit?
We don't, but I
think our time limit is the IL competition in like 3 hours, so keep up.
I also just don't want to run the podcast for like 2 hours, but I think an hour and a half is still fine.
Sure.
But yeah, thanks for coming out. I hope some of the technical issues were a little bit better this time around. Took some of the criticisms to heart. I'm gonna still take a few more. So we're getting there. But thanks for joining me, PK. Thanks everyone who watched. And watch the custom IL thing tonight. And watch Tomato versus Game Stable tonight.
True.
Bye-bye.
Bye.